Can you make a rhythm game about a tadpole? Trick question, idiots! It's been done before! It's called Tadpole Treble, and you'll be in trouble if you don't play this one. Oh! Break out of your birth prison and you're straight into the game, your parents in the back telling you how to play. Tadpole Pond is a perfect first level for little fish boy here. I named them Fish Boy, no matter how much the mother insists otherwise. Oh, right. This is a great level for establishing a narrative too, because you swim too far into a darker section of the pond. I wonder whose legs those are. Ah! Like, you don't need a story in a game like this, but if you're gonna do one, doing it like this is fine. It's not intrusive, it gives meaning to the level structure. You're not going to Trout Tributary just because it sounds like a good time. You're going to Trout Tributary because you need to get home. This song screams the start of a small hero's journey. It's not something I'd immediately go out of my way to listen to, but that's just the beginning, because then the trout appears. Then so do his children. That was scary, but they're gone now. Then it starts building. Something's in the background. Something that can hurt you, and the fish doesn't seem to realize. It's too late for him. If a fish that size can be eaten so easily, imagine how much danger a tadpole like you are in. But still, you press on. You have to get home. You've no other choice, and that's when I thought, this is an alright level. Next up is Turtle Pipes. It's a much slower sound, snapping turtles snapping towards you, so best avoid being as food. There's not really much I have to say about this one. They chose the perfect instrumentation for it. Like, I hear this and I go, yeah, that's a turtle song. Chiptune Lagoon. With mainstream culture being the way it is, how they've always represented gaming is through just the worst chiptune sound effects. So for me, I'm just naturally averse to stuff like this, but that being said, you gotta let this one play out. Hills with eyes and ducks in the skies. If you're gonna do a love letter to this era, theming it correctly is something you have to do, and here it's done perfectly. Makes hitting that flagpole feel extra good. Only 8,000? I was right there! At this point, you may have a general feeling about what to expect with this game. You've heard these 4 songs. It sets an impression, so let that impression be shattered.
Why, hello, fellow tadpole, on this midnight rendezvous.
If you have not played Tadpole Treble at this point, you are now playing Tadpole Treble at this point. Go play it. Bye. Bye. No, I'm serious. Don't fucking don't come back till you've played the game. It's a good game. Go play the game. You do not anticipate vocals when you first turn on this game, but Midnight Bayou comes in swinging and leaves one of the most memorable levels behind. Lobsters going snip snip, axolotls doing what axolotls do, and all the while, this fine gentleman sings Bayou a ballad straight from his very small heart, and he gets a fucking backing chorus too!
And if you should get bored, come by for a high score, I'll swim Bayou in this bar.
They did not need to go this hard, but in that I cannot stop thinking about this song since I first played this game, and I'll just sing it randomly even at the most inappropriate situations. Like one time I went to a funeral and everyone was sobbing around me while there was a speech going on, and my brain is going, why hello, fellow tadpole, this song is ruining my life. Tear. That's a pretty good tear. Oh god, is that the burrowing stageret? Someone snagged it! Hello, Mr. Frogfather. He does commissions, you see. One time a client ripped him off. Poor guy.
She was delicious, though.
Let us go anywhere else. He does warn us, however, of a terrifying creature whose eyes are sensitive to light in the upcoming Barracuda Caverns. You'll never guess what beast lives here, and it's tense, narrowly avoiding getting chomped every step of the way from behind or the back. But then you fight back, and then you get a chorus too. The local pirates on your side until your foe resides in a treasured place. This game should not have a fight in it, and yet, it's awesome. Then there's Snowfall Lake. In the nicest way, I don't feel anything with this one, so I'll skip it. Fish get launched, I guess. Gusty Rapids. In Gusty Rapids, you go backwards. This is notable because I am very stressed. This one simple change is enough to disorientate me in the most fun way, collecting gems from the badger temples and avoiding the badgers the temples are based on, as well as the temples the badgers inspired, and a big rock. And for all your hard work, you fall down a waterfall. This level's one of the best. This plummets you straight into Piranha Jungle. Hello, friend! Hello, second friend! Please stop adding friends. I don't like this anymore. This stage is oppressive and hostile, avoiding piranhas in many different formations, including, but not limited to, a gun. That saxophone having a field day, the level structure tight-knit but never impossible. Everything leaps at you and you get past, and then the Venus flytraps sing. If you have not played Tadpole Treble at this point, what the fuck are you doing? Go play it or I will unleash him! So, we've identified that half the stages in the game are the best stage in the game. However, you'll probably stop calling them that the very moment you visit Thunder Creek.
Well, kiddo. Looks like you strayed pretty far from home.
Not by
Got through
choice.
a few tough scrapes, have you?
I killed a
Well,
bear.
that don't amount to a hill of beans down here, because this here's Thunder Creek.
Never heard of
And we
it.
got a slug's chance in a salt mine of getting through here without a problem.
Don't know what
I
that
reckon
means.
you should mosey on back, cowpoke, before you get your goose cooked.
I don't even like goose.
Still hanging around?
Yeah.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
I didn't warn
At
you.
least you'll be able to enjoy one last song, courtesy of my snail amigo.
They're very nice.
Adios, muchacho.
What the fuck? What the fuck? He didn't warn me! Help! Thunder Creek is incredible. The vocals are catchy. Lightning strikes plague the water so you leap out to survive. There's whips on bamboo, and don't get me started on the cowboys. They shoot the screen! He's dead! This song was already the reason I tried the game in the first place, but playing it yourself is something else because look at it! And then you listen to that final chorus.
Go, little tadpole, find your way back home. Swim for that sanctum you seek. Go, little tadpole, you are almost done.
Ah!
When you get back, you see that you're inside Thunder Creek. Thunder Creek.
If you have not played Tadpole Treble at this point, you are dead. I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but that's the only excuse. You are dead. I'll see you later, bruv. You don't top Thunder Creek. There is no song you can give that's more triumphant. So, they go the other way. Whereas Thunder Creek was dangerous from how much was being thrown at you, Saltwater Cape is insidious, poisoning you slowly as you progress, the level drawing you down into its depths naturally as you wonder, can you really do this? This is the final hurdle, but Is it too much for you? Pelicans like the one from the beginning start flooding the background, and only once one gets you and you fight out does the song pick up. You're not the same tadpole you were when you started. As scary as this is for a little guy, you can leap further. The sky is your limit now, and nothing will stop you until you're back home. I wish I was better at music theory, because there's only so many ways I could say, this is good, and I'd like a few more. Well, you've made it. But a crash occurred while you were gone, and it's polluting the pond. Only you and the pelican can stop it. Time for Sunken Derelict. This is a very unique track, even for a game with this much variety. You start with that leitmotif from the original Pond song. You aren't swimming through the level, you're avoiding the level being thrown at you, and then
Scanning rapid threats.
it sees you.
Detected.
This is an actual boss fight, and it's really cool in concept. I spent like 20 minutes on it. So difficulty-wise, the game is not challenging for most, but saying it's easy is too far the other direction. It's safe to say I did not have much trouble playing to this point. This makes this level very conflicting for me as a multi-stage final boss fight where there's just a little too much to pay attention to, and it catches you off guard a lot. It doesn't look this bad watching it, but let me give you an example of what I mean. Street Fighter 6, there's so much you can do in this game. Drive impact, drive rush, highs, lows, command grabs, throws, wake-ups, parries, plunkable. That is a small amount of everything you have in your arsenal. But so does your opponent, and he's an asshole. And theoretically, you can avoid every option. You can be ready for it, but not at the same time, because the human mind is not equipped for that. Well, except mine, because I am a genius. And that's what Sunken Derelict is. It's not my fault I did bad. I'm just limited by my mortal human brain. Write that on the John's list.
It's time to kick this party off. Time to drop a couple of rhymes. It's time to sing another refrain. Yes, ma'am.
It's really funny though. As much as I want to complain, it's clearly a skill issue, and it overlooks how this fight uses the simple mechanics you've known throughout in new context to create something only Tadpole Treble could. While I was tilting pretty badly at this, I can't overstate how it does manage to show off the creativity and passion this entire game has had until this point, so I don't think you could have a better send-off.
We'll rock till we die or go insane.
Actually, I can think of one way. You've won, but an explosion occurs! You've saved your family and home, but you're stranded. No way to escape. You were so close, little tadpole. It's a shame you don't have any legs! Those legs are mine! Move! Roll credits, have Kickstarter backers reprise Thunder Creek. Lucky bastards. And then thank you for guiding me home. Fish Boy, did I not tell you it would be Fish Boy? Do not doubt me again! Obviously, you've all played the game at this point, so I don't really need any final thoughts other than this game is way better than I remembered it. The first time I played it, I thought, yeah, that Tadpole Treble, neat game. And now I've played it again, and I'm like, oh, that's a neat game. Now, if you've seen the Space for the Unbound video, you might remember that I used this as an example of a well thought out menu screen, and I want to elaborate on that. You see, 95% of the time when you pause in Tadpole Treble, you hear soft, pleasant music. But if you're lucky, you just might hear the pause menu song.
Sometimes when playing all your video games, you'll feel the urge to swiftly stop. If nature's calling, don't let us hold you back. So go or else your bladder might pop.
I'd advise you to be lucky in your own time, because it's a lot to take in, and there's a very easy way to do that. If you've not played Tadpole Treble,
SoopLexi.